There you go. We are starting a recording now on paragraph 4G, but this is 4G2. It's the second bit of that paragraph. So the final bit of the unit, this is it. This is the end of the line. After this, tomorrow we don't have maths, and after this we have a test on Monday on all of the units. So this is the final bit. So bear with me, everyone, eyes on the board. Let's do this. See, this is the final bit. There's going to be some questions on this topic as well. So let's see how we do this. Now they're saying simplify this. What they mean is basically multiply. Now let's see, how do we multiply two fractions? Maybe it's already able to tell us.
XY
Yes?
and 10.
Excellent. So what remembers is this: when I have two fractions being multiplied, this is the easiest thing in the world. Seriously, there's nothing easier than this. You multiply the top numbers and then you multiply the bottom numbers. What one said is, well, x times y is just xy, and then 5 times 2 is just 10. So this is the easiest thing in the world, right? The easiest question you can. Let's see. Maybe he's right. Maybe it will be impossible. Maybe I'll try to do it and I won't be able to do it. But maybe it's actually going to be simple. Let's see. So could you help me out with this one? How do you do this? That's an a squared. Sorry, it looks a bit grainy. It's a squared times 3. Yes. 6 times 8. Okay, right. So if we were to simplify this, excellent. But now, based on what we did yesterday, we could perhaps simplify this, right?
6 and 3.
Excellent, you got it. So we immediately saw the answer. Now let's remember what we were doing yesterday. We said yesterday we were thinking about it this way: 3 times 8 times a divided by 6 times a. And then what was it that we did with this? Cross out the a, exactly. So we can take, yes, exactly. We can simplify the numbers as well. So let's see. Firstly, we can basically divide the top and bottom by a. So that means the a is gone by a, and then we can actually simplify the 3 and the 6. On and 2, because 3 goes into 6 2 times. Or if you like, I divide by 3 here, I get 1. I divide by 3 here, I get 2. So now, what do we get as our final answer here?
3 and 1a.
So 1a, or just a, divided by 2. So that would be, well, 1a simplifies to a. So this is fully simplified. So if you put a, it's fully simplified. If you put 1a, it's not fully simplified yet. So you would ideally want to do that. You would want to get rid of the 1. Okay, it looks a bit more professional. It looks professional. It is borderline correct, borderline wrong. If they say fully simplify, then maybe you will get a very picky person saying, well, that's not fully simplified. You can take away the 1. You can get rid of it. You would get 1 mark for this, but if you go all the way here, you would get 2 marks. So if this would be a 2-mark question. 1 mark for doing this, and then 1 mark for simplifying. Good question. All right, moving on to the next bit, which is how do we divide by a fraction? No, does anyone know how we divide by a fraction? Something about reciprocal. You want to complete? You flip it, that's the reciprocal, yes. And multiply. Yes, exactly. So you guys got it. So eyes on the board, please. And everyone else who might not be looking at on the board now. Let's see. What does it mean to divide by a fraction? Okay, so here we have x over 5 divided by that second fraction. So we have this little trick. We call it KFC. Does anyone know what that means? Kentucky Fried Chicken? No, that wasn't it. It means keep, flip, change. So it's the Kentucky Fried Chicken of maths, the maths version. So, sorry about that. There you go, sorted. Keep, flip, change. So what does that mean? It means we will keep the first one as it is. So x over 5 will stay as x over 5. We kept it. Now we flip the second one. So instead of y over 3, 3 over y. So that was what we meant by flip.
And then I do multiply.
Exactly. Then we change the division to a times. So that would be the idea. Now I know these two are swapped around. Yes, somebody came up with this trick thinking keep, flip, change, and then they just couldn't do it KCF. It wouldn't sound very nice. But anyway, this is the idea. And now, how do we do it?
5y, 3x.
Exactly. So on top we multiply, and we multiply in the bottom as well. And now as said, we can simplify this to 3x divided by 5y. And boom. X to the x cubed. So you're thinking maybe x cubed and y to the power of 5. Yeah. Now the problem with this is this would mean you've done x times x times x divided by y times y times y times y times y. But I only see one x and one y here. So this is very, very different to saying I'm going to multiply by 3. So in fact, if you want, so let me show you up here the difference. X times 3 is simply the same as 3 times x, or just 3x. Whereas x times x times x, that is what x cubed means. It's very different, right? So let's keep that in mind. These two are different things. Multiplying something by a number or raising it to that number are two different things. Yeah. All right, and moving on to this one, let's see how we can apply our KFC in this case. So what do we do here? Okay, I think that's correct, but let's do it step by step, shall we? So what do we keep the same? 8 over m. And then we do what? We flip the second one, so that becomes m over 2, and we multiply. Okie dokie, excellent. Now let's see, what does that give us? This is equal to? Exactly, 8 times m and m times 2, which will simplify to 8m over 2m. Let's see. The m? What about the m? Boom. We divide both by m, so the m cancels, right? Exactly. Now we divide these by 2, so we get 4 and 1. So this becomes 4 over 1. Is this fully simplified? Oh, exactly. Anything divided by 1 is just itself. It's like splitting. A lot of things in your head. Well, the good thing about the head is it looks small, but it's actually huge. The head, it looks small, but it's huge. I mean, let's take the lung, the human lung, for example. The human lung, if you take one lung and you unfold it, the surface it can cover is the entire football field, and the entire professional football field. Because it just goes in and in and in and in and in and in. It's like this, like a labyrinth. It's sort of built inwards. And your brain is very much like that. It looks like a small thing, but it's so complicated inside. It can fit billions of libraries in here. That's amazing, isn't it? So it looks like it's small, but it can fit loads and loads of things. Trust me, my head is full of them. All right, I'm joking, by the way. It's not that full yet. I'll stop the recording here. Good luck, everyone.